Right then, hello, welcome back to Grimsby to Glory. This is the Season 2 awards, but as you can see, if you didn't catch the last episode, we finished in 9th. Not too bad. In the end, it was only 5 points off the playoffs. If we hadn't had the disastrous middle bit of the season that we had, I reckon we would have challenged, It's just that lost column. 16 is too many, unfortunately. But if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing. It would really help me out a lot and I'd love to have you along. We'll move on now to the reason we're all here, and that is the awards. And the first award up is going to be for most appearances, and it goes to James McKeown, who you can see on the right there. A mainstay in the team, really. Didn't do much with Battersby. Not as good as he was last year, to be fair. He has gone up to 31 years of age, which, he's getting up a bit. So I've got Battersby coming through, who's about 19. He's only like 1 overall left. I'll do the whole squad report later. McKeown got our most appearances. Now the next award we're going to go with is Golden Boot. But it turns out that there was a tie for this. So what I've decided to do is go on league goals. And Charles Cook was the one who scored the most league goals. He scored 13 in 38 games. Not bad at all. Especially from our cam, it's nice to see him grow as well, 3 overall. So we will give the Golden Boot to Regan Charles Cook. And next up, we've got our assist king. And that turns out to be Esteban Oliveira, grabbing 13 assists in the league, as you can see there, to go along with his 11 goals. He really picked himself up in the second half of the season. Big time. He got 15 overall, including all competitions. Absolutely amazing from him, considering he was not scoring at all as we approached, I think, Christmas. Next, I'm going to go with our most improved, and that is Callum Thomas, growing 7 overall throughout the course of this season. At 19 years of age, this winger looks like he's going to be unbelievable. He was scouted purely by myself, not the Scout Future Start. That was Oliveira, so I'm really expecting some big things from him, along with Oliveira up top. His stats have been on the rise for so long, and I can't wait to see where he'll stop, because at the moment the sky is ceiling. And next up we're going to go with our young player of the season, and this time that has gone to Esteban Oliveira as well. Bit of a running theme, he gets a few awards, but with his second half of the season being absolutely phenomenal, his goals and assists were crucial in keeping us up in the top half of the table. Obviously we didn't make promotion, but very important player for us, and I'm very glad that we have him, and he is our young player of the season for this year. And the final award is then going to be our player of the season, and I don't think I could give it really to anyone else except Callum Thomas. An absolute breakout season from the man. 7 overall up, 8 goals in the league with 2 assists, 2 goals in the league.com trophy. Jeez, I couldn't get that out. To get 10 goals overall with 4 assists. And I think for a 19-year-old, that is unbelievable. Yes, maybe Charles Cook got more goals and assists, as did Oliveira, but I think overall, if I needed to rely on someone, it was Callum Thomas. And that is basically my reason for giving him player of the season. He was unreal. So now I'm just going to do, as I did last time, a quick run through of the squad. I said I wasn't going to do it. I haven't got any transfer targets because, quite frankly, that I'm waiting for you to see if you can bring any in, or other than Jack Lana. I'll show you my shortlist, but that's about it. So we'll run through the squad first. We'll start up in the keepers then. McKeown, 48 appearances, 13 clean sheets, 10 of those in the league. I think for a season when we didn't do too well, should I say. 13 clean sheets is very good. Next we've got Battersby, growth of 4, as you can see. He's still only 19 years old, so I think he's got a bright future. Kept a couple of clean sheets in the league, because he didn't play that often, to be fair, only 11 games this whole season. I think he did alright. Sam Russell, he's retiring, he's 38 years old. I'll probably bring in another third keeper, probably another old one, just to fill the void just in case. Down 3 overall, a nothing season. Connor Wood, pretty solid at the back. No goals, no assists, I was hoping for maybe some assists from him, but overall, a 6.9 isn't bad. Grew 2 overall as well, he's only 24. I think he's solid. Garmson played a few games, he got a 7 overall for his average rating, which is good, I suppose, but I'm still not a fan of his low rating. George Edmondson, another solid season for his new signing. Got himself a goal as well at some point, and a 7 average rating. A lot of people got the same average rating. I'm very happy with him, but he is only 5'10". That is my only drawback from him. So if you think you know of a signing that I could make who's 70 rated-ish and 6'3", 6'4", maybe drop them in the comments and I'll have a look. Matty Pollock, a mainstay in the starting 11 at 19, is very, very good. No goals or anything, but I'm not expecting that. Kept the clean sheets the same as McKeown. Grew 4 overall, to 73. A top draw player who's going to be great. Davis, I don't use him much to be fair. Nothing really to say. Waterfall, I use more. So if I do bring in a centre back, I'll probably lose Davis. Marlon Fossey, what is there to say about this absolute king? Look at that hair. That was the reason we signed him, and to be fair, he's had a great season. He didn't grab himself the goal, but he had the opportunity, so I can see it next year. A 68 overall, definitely our starting right back going into our season 3. Luke Hendry did okay, dropped off towards the end though, which is why I started to start Fossey, and I will continue to start Fossey, but definitely a reliable backup, and I will keep him. Josh Benson, his first full season with us, scored 5 goals, got an assist. Pretty good, and I've got nothing really to say. He was solid. He's only 21. He's grown twice, so he'll grow more, and I think he'll be a mainstay. Heston Harler then, a good player with some good overall, but towards the end I found it just he wasn't working, and that's the reason I started starting Clifton. But him and Benson will be interchangeable as we go up and keep moving on. Really, I think they'll be interchangeable, the two of them. Hewitt is a very solid backup. I definitely won't be losing him. I need him to play centre mid and right back if by shock I get injuries to my right backs. Curran on loan, grew an overall, it's not bad. Clifton, a player that I'm really starting to like and is starting to grow, which is good. I know he's 23, but he's really starting to improve himself. Score some goals and grab assists. So out of my 4 centre mids, so Benson, Heston, Harler, Hewitt and Clifton, he's probably the first name on the team sheet at the moment, and I'm very pleased with him. Charles Cook then, Cam, 3 overall, scored our most goals in the league, probably kept us in the top half for every now and again. A very good player, very, very happy with him, nothing else to say. Tilly, a good backup, still only 23, has grown 3 times this year. Very pleased with him as well, scored an absolute screamer. Absolute screamer, didn't he? Which we didn't think he could do. Very pleased with him. Marcus Davis, grown twice while on loan at Forest Green, not bad is it? Giles Vernon, another solid year from him. He's only 24 years old, so I'm quite happy with him. Not as many goals in the league as I would like, but could be improved. Although, out of him and Burns, he is up for sale. So, you need to tell me which one you would prefer me to sell, Vernon or Burns. Hakeem Rose, another solid year from the 22-year-old. Grew 3 times, got more goals in the league and assists than Vernon, so I rate him higher. Played 1 extra game, of course. Look, I'm not going to sell him. Unfortunately though, with the emergence of this next player, Mason Hughes, it looks like Rose won't be playing as much, because Hughes took that number 10, got on that pitch and scored on his debut. Unbelievable. Made sure that I couldn't not notice him, and that is exactly what you want from a youngster. Only 17 years old, 63 rated out right now. Next season is his year. Where's Burns then? The other side to Charles Vernon. Will he or will Vernon be sold? He had a solid year, the same as Vernon. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Personally, I'm leaning towards selling him because he's older and I'm just not a fan of him. Although when I really needed a player, he was more influential. So it's up to you guys. Next up is our player of the year. What is there to say that I haven't already said? A bright future, a massively bright future for him. And I can't wait to see how he does next year. I'm expecting even more goals, even more assists, and if not the same growth, if not more. Omar Bogle, we brought an absolute Grimsby legend back to the club. He scored a good few goals. Definitely on his debut, he grabbed a couple in the cup. Every now and again when you need him, he popped up, and that's what I like to see. I'm happy to have him back. I'm happy to keep him. James Hansen, retiring, literally got 20 minutes in the whole season. Nothing to say. Goodbye to you, sir. Matt Green is okay at 34, still not retiring, so I will keep him on the books. If I ever need him, I'll play him, but he is 59 overall. Billy Clark, realistically, I'm cashing in on him. He's 33 and still up for I was able to sell him, so cashing in on a bit of bank for that. That's pretty much all I could do with him. And finally, it's Esteban Oliveira. What is there to say? He had an absolutely dire first half of the season. It took him till November to grab himself his first goal, and then he ended up getting 15 goals and 15 assists overall. for the whole season. And in the last 4 games, last 3 games, because he didn't play the first one, he scored 6 goals. Had an absolute great run. I hope he takes that into pre-season and to the start of next year as we push for promotion. And that really, lads, is absolutely everything that's happened. There's nothing else to do. We're going to be moving on. We'll end the season. I thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please drop a like on this one. If you're enjoying the whole content, do please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you all in season 3.